What's up, y'all? Today we're going to recap an NBA weekend. We're going to take a snapshot look at where teams are at in the Eastern and Western Conference standings, as we only have 20 days left of the regular season. Then we're going to get right into my picks and slips, so let's get it.
We had an incredible matchup Friday between one of the tallest and shortest players in the league. Truly remarkable. We can have two guys with a 14-inch height difference dominate the game in different ways, as Brunson had 61 points and Wemby had 40 points and 20 rebounds. The Spurs ended up winning this game in overtime, 130-126. A less exciting game was the battle for last place between Detroit and Washington. Detroit ended up winning 96-87 in an ugly game. I think that pretty much decides the Wizards are the worst team in the league.
Brunson, 9 seconds to go. Brunson looks up. Brunson on the drive to the lane. Off the glass, he banks it home. Knicks lead by 1 with 4 seconds remaining. Jeffries is in the game for the Knicks. Giddey looking inside. The pass, jump shot is up. It's good with 1.8 remaining. Gilgeous-Alexander.
So after the weekend, this is how the East is shaping up. Philly is 1 game back on the Heat with Embiid back this week. The Heat have won 2 in a row and look to get out of the play-in, as they are 1 game back on Indy, who's 1 game back on Orlando, who's 1 game back on New York, who's 1 game back on Cleveland. Going to be some majorly important games this week. Out west, Golden State has won 4 in a row and looks like they are locked in for the play-in. The Lakers are 1.5 games back on the Suns and the Kings. The Suns lost another bad game to the Thunder without Shea. The Kings got some bad news over the weekend with Malik Monk out 4 to 6 weeks with a knee sprain. This is on top of Kevin Huerter already being out for the season. The Pelicans have fell to the 6th seed, as Dallas has won 7 games in a row. If the playoffs started today, it would be Clippers versus Mavericks in the 4-5 matchup. Luka is very confident versus this Clippers team. Currently, the Thunder are in first, Denver is in second, and Minnesota is in third, as these teams continue to trade top spots, all within 1 game there. Side note, Denver looks beatable without Jamal Murray, who's missed the last 5 games with a knee injury. Portland versus Magic, there's a couple different ways to attack this game. All 4 of these Magic players' points I like, with Suggs, Moncaro, Franz, and Wendell. Assist-wise, I like Banton and Paolo. Brooklyn versus Pacers, I like Cam Thomas points. He's a streaky player, and he seems like he's in one of those zones right now. In his last 3 games, he's got 38, 28, and 30. Grizzlies versus Pistons, Luke Kennard revenge game on top of new dad energy, as he just had the birth of his first child. I will have a mix of his points and assists with both Desmond Bane and Vince Williams Jr. out tonight. Boston versus Charlotte, I'm going to stay away with the 17-point spread unless some of these Boston guys get ruled out for rest, which would not surprise me. Atlanta versus Chicago. Chicago's coming off a back-to-back. It's hard to target the Chicago guys right now because the scoring and the playmaking is so spread out between everyone on the team. But I'm going right back to DeJounte Murray points and assists here. Side note, Bogdanovich is coming off a 38-point game. Phoenix versus Pelicans, few things I like here. Zion points. He's had at least 25 in his last 4 games. It feels like a perfect pace and space game for Trey Murphy. I will have his points today as well. Also, check out some of his rebounding numbers as of lately. CJ points in his last 5 games without Ingram. He's been going off. I just don't really trust these Phoenix guys anymore. If I had to pick one thing from the Phoenix side, I would go Nurkic rebounds. I think this would be a good game to attack for a same-game parlay.
So those were my picks for today, guys. Pretty simple 6-game slate. Remember, we only have 20 more days of the regular season to deal with all these injuries and people sitting out. Then we can lock in for the playoffs. Let's see if we can get 1 or 2 more big ones. Here's a couple looks at my slips for today. Best of luck, guys, and we will check back in Wednesday.